today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McKenzie, and this is going to be incomplete.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On 1st and 10, McKenzie.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. On 2nd down, Hutchins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. McKenzie. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the foot.
Give them this field position. That's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw on 2nd down, McKenzie.
That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Martin.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Off play action. McKenzie. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He'll get it inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Hilton. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Now Jones. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right, because sometimes you're looking at getting there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
So the previous pass interference call put the ball at the 1-yard line, and then they stick it in on the very next play.
And I love the play call right there. After you get the pass interference call, you've got a defense that's discombobulated a little bit, right? They're protesting the call, upset about what happened. Go right at them. Run the football, and the defense acquiesces, and the ball ends up in the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. McKenzie. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment worked. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And Martin's got it complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Throwing Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll run on first down. Hilton. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. McKenzie. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's fielded at the 45. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And some room to roam now. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. McKenzie, throw left side, complete. That's Johnston.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. McKenzie.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. A big pickup of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
110 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Hilton. And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A quick throw, but incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Rashad Bateman
from 3 yards out.
And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on first down, McKenzie. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Off the play fake, McKenzie. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Hilton. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And quickly they get to the line. From just shy of midfield, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Up the middle they go. Hilton. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. to throw. Jones. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. On third down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Jones throwing on fourth down. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football. As the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, McKenzie. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They juked him. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. McKenzie. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to throw again.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Hutchins. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now a handoff up the middle. Hutchins. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Operating from the gun, McKenzie. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Donovan Peoples-Jones from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from the 20.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. McKenzie got his man complete over the middle. That's Martin. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Looking to throw. McKenzie. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKenzie.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, McKenzie. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little. Too far at 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Bonds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Jones now off the bootleg. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. On first down, McKenzie. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. McKenzie. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, McKenzie. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McKenzie. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's the 40. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll keep it on the ground. Bonds, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Jones, off play action. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McKenzie. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Throwing on first down. McKenzie. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on second down. McKenzie throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnston. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Martin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best.